My name is Rama Sharma.
Okay.
I was born in India.
Okay. Whereabouts in India?
Delhi.
Delhi, okay. Can you describe your home in India for me? What was home like? The house that you grew up in? Or the village?
No, it was not a village.
Oh, Delhi, yeah, it was a big city.
Delhi is a big city. So it was not like New Delhi. It was called at that time Old Delhi.
Right.
Yeah. So in Old Delhi, one of the main road, we were living there.
Okay, so it was very busy.
Very big house, and it was a very big house. But in that house there were 3 or 4, tenants.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 upstairs and 2 downstairs. So we used to live downstairs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So where did you go to school then? Did you go to school whenever you were younger?
Yeah, I went to school for primary school. I went to. It's called. It's not. It's again. Then I was very little when we shifted from Old Delhi to New Delhi.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have fake memories about the Old Delhi. I knew some of the streets but I didn't go to school there. When we moved to New Delhi, then I started my school. And in the primary school, I was very shy in the school for very first day. But after that, gradually, I made friends and was okay for me.
Okay, great. So you enjoyed school then?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you think that school differed in India from what it would have done here? For example, would they have had bigger classes? Was everyone in together? All the age groups and things like that?
Maybe it's quite. When I was in school, it is like maybe 40 years back. So 40 years back, if you think here will be the same, isn't it? Now here the classes are big. I don't know about Delhi nowadays, but there were not very many students. It was small classes. It used to be.
Small classes, okay. So when did your family move to Northern Ireland? When did you come to Northern Ireland?
Yeah, I moved to Northern Ireland in 1984.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what were the reasons for coming, and how old were you at that time?
Oh, I was nearly 34 something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Because I married,
Okay.
so my husband was living here.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's why I came to Northern Ireland.
Okay. And so what did your husband do then? Was he working here before you came?
Yeah. We used to have a factory and a warehouse over here.
Okay.
And we used to have a shirt factory and a knitwear factory in Great Victoria Street near the Europa Hotel.
What was it called? The shirt factory? What
Shirt
was it called?
I don't know the name.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'll have to.
Reliance Fashions was the name of the warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after that we moved to, Dunkirk Crescent.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, but now it is nearly 5 years we have closed down the business.
Oh, right, okay. So you're in retirement now, kind of way.
Yeah,
enjoying
life,
things.
Yeah.
So whenever you were leaving India, obviously, did you get married in India before
Yes.
you came here?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, and what was that like for you? How did you feel about getting married and starting a new life and coming to a new country?
It was a bit of nervousness,
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because first thing, every girl I think feel nervous when gets married. At that time it was different. Nowadays girls and boys meet each other and they know themselves each other. But at that time it was not like that.
Okay.
Yeah, my husband was here and I was there, so it was just a settled arranged marriage.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was a bit nervous, and then after marriage he came over here, and then it took me 3-4 months for getting visa, etc. And
Okay.
and I came after that. But still, I was when I was coming, so I was feeling a bit not nervous, but a bit sad because I was leaving my family
Exactly.
over there.
And did you have any brothers? What was your family? Was it brothers and sisters, or your mom and dad? How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I have, we are 4 sisters and 1 brother.
Okay.
Yeah, in Delhi, in India.
And do they still live there now? Or?
Yeah, they're still there.
Okay, great. And how did they treat you then whenever they knew that you were obviously coming to a different country to live? Did they pamper you? Did they look after you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
And I was pampered since beginning because I'm the youngest one in the family.
Oh, right.
So I was very spoiled.
Everyone was looking after you then?
Yes.
And what was your wedding like? I know that the ceremony can go on for a couple of days, can't it?
It was not like that.
Okay.
Just 2-3 days.
Okay, simple?
Yeah, simple marriage.
Okay. Right. So how did you prepare for your trip whenever you were leaving India to come to Northern Ireland? Did you want to bring anything with you specifically, or, as well, did you try to think about your new life and what you wanted for yourself when you came here?
Yeah, I just thought what I will need over there, because you can get anything you wanted in India, but it was different here at that time. So especially the jewelry, girls are just clothes and jewelry.
Yeah.
So especially that thing is very difficult to get here in Belfast. Yeah. So I was just gathering all my things.
Did your husband maybe ring you up and say, bring lots of saris and bring, everything?
But at that time, it was, the phone calls were very, very costly.
Oh, yeah, because it would have been
very, very costly.
Okay.
So it was not like that. We picked up the phone and speak to anybody.
So maybe he wrote you a letter or something instead?
No, not letter. Once in a while he used to phone.
Oh, he used to phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would save up then to speak to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you make your journey? Did you take a plane flight? How long did it take you to get here to Northern Ireland in the 80s?
It was it was a flight from Delhi to Amsterdam.
Okay.
And then from Amsterdam, and my husband came to Amsterdam.
Okay.
Then from there we
great.
flight to Belfast.
And had you ever travelled before you made that journey?
No, I never travelled by air before that. That was my first journey.
Oh my goodness, that must have been very exciting then.
Very exciting.
Or were you a bit nervous about?
No, I was not nervous. I don't know why I was not nervous.
Yeah, it was a bit of an adventure for you.
Or maybe excitement.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose you were making the journey and then you were going to meet your husband and you were setting up. Okay, so you said that you stayed in Amsterdam. That answers that question that I had down. So did anybody come with you apart from your husband whenever you emigrated? And who all did you leave behind?
Sorry?
Did anybody travel with you whenever you came here? And
No.
who all did you leave behind then?
Yeah.
Just everybody?
Everybody.
Your whole family?
Yeah.
So your husband was the only member of family here that you had?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think the conditions were in India whenever you left in the 80s? Was it a good place to be? Was it starting to maybe, the economy and things pick up, or?
Yeah, it was not that bad at that time when I left India.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't say India was there was no, because things are different because I was living in the city.
Yeah.
And villages life and city life is quite different, and mainly, especially in Delhi, Delhi is the capital, so that's makes a difference.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't think that there was something missing over there. All facilities were there in the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was well developed and everything.
Yeah.
And what did your family do for work-wise?
Yeah. Everybody was working. My sister was in government job. My brother was working for a private company, and I was working in a private company as well.
Goodness, okay. Yeah. So did you leave a job there?
Yeah, I left the job.
Okay. That must have been hard for you, because had you worked in it for a while before?
Yeah. I worked there for about 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That was a big step.
Big step, yes.
I'm sure that took a lot of thought on your part, a decision to get married and to move and leave everything that you had built up, for yourself. So we've talked a bit about India and what you thought about leaving it, but what was your first impression of Northern Ireland whenever you first got off the plane?
Oh,
And be honest, you
yeah.
can say.
No, it was not a good experience for me.
Okay.
When we landed in Belfast, and at the immigration, they asked me so many questions, and it took nearly 5-6 hours on the airport. They won't let me
Through?
Yeah, so it was very difficult. Then after that, in the evening, and from here, my sister-in-law and they were waiting at the airport to receive us.
Yes.
But we were stuck inside the airport. And then when it was in the evening at about 6 o'clock, they said okay. They were not satisfied with my interview, whatever. And they said, okay, we will let you go because you have made a long journey and you must be very tired, and we will let you go, but we have booked your return ticket.
Oh, right.
Yeah, day after tomorrow.
So you have to go back then?
Yeah, but that was a big shock for me, for everybody.
After all the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we came home, and then my next day my husband spoke to some, maybe in the immigration here or somebody else, and after that
It was okay then?
yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
I got the permission to live.
Yeah. And so did your husband have a home and everything ready for you whenever you came here?
Yeah.
Did he have? He had all that. That was
Yeah.
good. Somewhere to go. So
Because we have a joint family here.
Okay.
My brother and his younger brother
Okay.
live together.
Right. Okay.
So his wife and me, we are in the house always.
Okay.
So we lived together. It was not a very lonely thing. So
That's good. Yeah. Because you still had someone to talk to. Because the other people, some of them have said that whenever they came, they did feel very isolated and alone because they maybe didn't have any links, within the community.
Yeah.
So they were having a bit of problems with that. But apart from the whole emigration thing, obviously India, the weather's very different and the food's
and
different.
that was the
Yeah.
second thing.
Yeah.
So dark days. I came sometimes in March.
Okay.
So March is not a very good
No.
day. Yeah. So one day it is dry, and next day it's snowing. So it was so different and all cold and
Took you a while to adjust. I'm sure you had your jumpers out.
yeah.
And were you able to get things like for cooking, the ingredients of the food then? Was that all available in the 80s or had that, the shops came yet?
No, there was only one, that Asia supermarket.
Yeah.
There was only one shop at that
Place,
time.
yeah.
So we used to go over there maybe after 2 weeks
Right.
to get things. But we used to get our grocery from across the water.
Okay. So
Yeah, we used to have a warehouse, I told you.
Yes.
So we used to bring our stuff from the warehouse, ready-made garments from across the water, Birmingham and Manchester, everywhere.
Yeah.
So whenever the stuff is coming, we used to ask them to send us, put them in the cartons.
Yeah.
So that was
I suppose that was lucky for you as well.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
you had that, but the people I've been talking to, say up in Limavady and things, they said they could only get once every so often whenever they were coming down to the community centre.
Uh-huh.
The bus would stop and they would go shopping, and then that would be it until the next time they went.
yeah.
So do you think, following on from keeping your food and your clothes and things like that, did you maintain many of your Indian traditions in your daily life whenever you first came, or was
Yeah.
that difficult?
No.
Okay.
We maintained our Indian cooking, everything Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was the community centre set up then, or did
Yes,
you?
it was set up then.
Okay, great.
Yeah. When I came, it was set up.
Brilliant. And what
But
size?
we used to go maybe once a week
Okay.
to the community center,
Yeah.
have a get together.
Brilliant.
But not very many people.
Yeah.
Once a month there used to be a big function. So all the Indian community from all over Ireland used to come there. Then we used to meet each other.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That must have been really exciting. A big event.
Big event. Yeah.
And did everybody get dressed up and things for that?
Yes, yeah.
And would you have spent the whole day there then, from morning to night?
Nearly.
Hello. Was it difficult to adapt to life in Northern Ireland, to settle in? Did you think that you maybe wanted to get a job, or were you happy enough with family life? Did you make many friends?
I didn't try for a job because I started going to the warehouse and helping there.
You were working, you had that.
Yeah.
So you were helping out with family business there?
Yeah, family business.
Did you make any friends within the local community, or
people coming to the warehouse, or mostly shopkeepers used to come.
Okay.
So both our local people, English people, and our Indian people.
Yeah.
So make friends with them, and we have some Indian friends as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had both sides of the community, so it was a nice mix. That's great. An interesting one maybe was you came to Northern Ireland in the 80s. Obviously there was a lot of bad things happening in terms of the troubles and things.
Yeah, there was few troubles.
Yeah, were you affected by that, or
No.
were your businesses affected by that?
No, luckily no.
Yeah, and did you experience any difficulty moving around in Belfast? A lot of people have said, the police stops and things like that was difficult.
No, we didn't have any things like that.
Okay. And none of your businesses?
Maybe is I don't know, Touchwood. This area is quite good.
Yeah, here it's very quiet. So as you say, because you're living in a good enough place and you have your businesses.
And we are very, very good neighbours.
Yeah, and your businesses worked in the centre of Belfast, where a lot of the fire bombs and things like that.
I heard, and whenever there was a bomb alert, then we have to vacate the warehouse and come outside, and when up till the time we were allowed to go, we have to stay outside.
Okay.
But one thing happened when we were in Great Victoria Street. We had 2 times there. The 2-3 men, masked men came.
Right.
And they took away our money.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. There was one girl working, and myself, and my brother-in-law. And as soon as they came, at that time I don't know, I was in the toilet. I didn't know what's happening outside, and 2 girls who were working, and they just pull those girls right at the back, and hands like that, and the other man was asking my brother-in-law to give the money. Yeah. And I was in the toilet, and I thought it's very pinned off style. I said, what it is? And whenever I just opened the latch, and then some man outside just banged on, stay inside. I was scared what happened, but I didn't go. Then after that, when they went away, then my brother-in-law called me. Come on, they have gone. At that time, that was the first thing. I was very shocked that time.
Yeah, I'm sure it was quite scary.
Yes, it was.
But nothing else happened then. That was the only incident that just came to take money. That's not very good. And what about things in terms of Belfast city centre? Because it was quite closed off in the 80s. Have you seen any changes there with all of the shops and things in the centre being opened again?
Now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it has changed a lot. It has changed. There's no sign there's no sign of anything where our warehouse used to be. It's all that railway bus stop station and everything is built up. It was like that. It was next to Europa Hotel.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So everything is new buildings and everything is new now.
Yeah, I suppose that shows how Belfast has changed, really.
It's
more open for everybody and more positive.
More positive.
So what are some of the differences and similarities that you've noticed between the cultures here in Northern Ireland and in India? Is there anything you think is similar that we would do and maybe that would be in India? No. No,
at that time India at that time, if I compare Indian culture and here culture, it was different.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what way?
like the only thing I remember, the boys and girls like here go together and this. We never used to find over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone was separate. The girls stayed with the girls and the boys went off. So was that difficult whenever you first came to maybe try and understand that?
No, I tried to understand. Yeah, because we knew that English culture is like that.
Yeah, so you knew what to expect when you came. You'd maybe thought about some of the things like that. And in terms of, we'll just go back to talking about your like Indian dress. Would you have felt comfortable wearing that around Belfast whenever you first came, or did you try and maybe wear Western style clothes?
No. I was very comfortable.
You were? Okay,
yeah,
great.
we used to wear saris, etc.
Yeah.
But and never had any remarks from anybody.
Yeah.
Like.
I think some people think they're just so beautiful whenever you look at them, the colours and everything. People more probably commented on that.
Yeah.
But was it not cold? Whenever you were wearing your sari here?
Sorry?
Whenever you were wearing your sari here, was it not cold for you? Or did you...
No. I didn't find any cold.
You got used to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever go back to India then?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. And was that from whenever you came? In the 80s? How often did you go back to visit India?
The very first time I came back after 5 years.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that was a big big time for me.
Okay.
But after that, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 1 year, after 1 year. So we do go now quite often.
Okay. Yeah. And that first time you went back after you came here, was it really exciting for you?
It was looking forward to see my brother and sisters and the family and friends.